Good morning, pregame crew. It is Thursday, October 7th, 6:26 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:26 a.m. Eastern. Good morning to everyone but the Shib Bears. So sorry about your night. Good morning. Hey, Roger, Night Truck, Judd, Chet, John, Marcello, Wave Trader, Don, John, Jorge, Armin, Tammy, Chuck, thank you, Chuck. Appreciate it. Barry, Crypto Moves. Thanks, Jorge. I appreciate it. Okay. Did anyone use the tick trick yesterday? Did anyone use it? Did it help? Tammy, no, you are fire. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We're going to get ready for the market together. Just a bunch of friends hanging out. You know, friends I've never met, but we're friends nonetheless. And we'll get ready for the trading day and make sure you're prepared. Buenos dias, Kevin. Hey, Mark. Hey, Jonathan. Bad day for you, Jonathan. I'm so sorry. Hi, Sharif. John, I know. Wave Trader, I don't know if you saw that they had a Santa Claus thing in Louisiana around Christmas, and he would go through the names on his list for good girls and boys, and you would just sit there and wait for him to call out your name. And every time I say hi to y'all with all your names, I think about that. It was on KALB TV Alexandria. I had one channel growing up, so it's pretty easy to remember what channel it was on. And we would just wait for him to say our names. Hey, greatest fan and Michelle. No problem. Hey, Ra, Dino, Jessica, Sean. So y'all use the tick information? All right, let's review that tick information. This was the zero line yesterday. So we discussed it yesterday morning about the 8 EMA. So the actual tick looks like this, but I'm hiding it on purpose. I'm hiding it. So now I'm just going to give the price line, and I blacked it out so you can't see it. The green is the 8 EMA. So let me show you that. It's just the 8 EMA. And the tick trick is when the 8 EMA stays above the zero line, because the tick is erratic. It's very erratic. And if you just tried to trade the ticks into themselves, it can be really confusing. But the zero line, using the 8 EMA staying above the zero line for a trend day up, those can be your biggest money makers that you will have when you have trend days. Trend is a trader's friend. Trend is a trader's friend. So if the ticks stay below the zero line, that can be a bearish day. Also, I don't know if I can do this on Thinkorswim. Yeah, it's not on TradingView, but I use Tickus on Thinkorswim as well. And Tickus, Tikus, is a combination of all of the NYSE, Nasdaq. It takes all of the different markets, and their tick combined basically are more stocks trending or buying on the uptick versus selling on the downtick, and it's pretty helpful. But this should help you when we stay above the zero line. Look for that trend day on tick, and I hope that helped you yesterday. If you're interested in my chart setup, it's on the screen now. Actually, I need to revise this because the purple 200 MA I have taken off because it's just not adding a lot of value. The 50 I find extremely important, and I find the 200 important on the daily and weekly chart. But for day trading, hourly, I just don't find it as helpful. And I'm constantly evaluating my tools in my toolkit and saying, are they helping me? Or are they not helping me? Are they adding any value to my chart? Are they providing me additional information? So those are my indicators. The yellow candles are just inside bars. It shows me tightening ranges. And then CM Ultimate RSI multi-time frame plots 2 different time frames for your RSI on one panel, and then Squeeze Pro indicator. I'm gonna get rid of that now, and we're gonna get started on our pre-game preparation. If you're here, welcome. If you're here for the first time, welcome, welcome. I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis. We have 1,000 of my closest friends, and we trade together, share information, share setups in a Slack community, and I'm a representative. I'm a partner with Chart Guys. And if you're interested, you can go to chartguys.com and check us out. This is the pregame show where we go over the indices, commodities, crypto and movers and shakers of the day. So this morning I was thinking, man, we don't have a lot of movers and shakers. And the more I just kind of looked around, I realized I had way more than I could even focus on. So Facebook, for an example, almost made the list. I'll even show you. JP Morgan maintains its overweight setting, or how do they say that? JP Morgan recommends buying Facebook on the pullback, saying the negative news flow has been seen before, and Facebook itself continues to call for regulation, maintain their overweight rating. So always pay attention to who is saying the upgrade or downgrade. If it's Baird, for example, their reputation is not as prestigious as JP Morgan or Bank of America. So always kind of pay attention to who's saying what. So Facebook, this is a pretty big comment by JP Morgan. So that could be positive for Facebook today, and we could look to possibly fill this gap up here at 33864. So I said I wasn't going to cover it, and there I go. So what's your story of the day? The inside bars, let me go back out. These inside bars that we've been watching with a close eye, they broke bull. We're running into the underside of a downtrending 8 EMA. The jobs numbers that came out yesterday while I was live, I think was pretty critical, and that kind of allayed the fears of the bulls, and they started buying the dip, especially with oil pulling back. So oil pullback helping market. The debt ceiling news is being priced in, all of this negativity back here, or bearishness or fear, it's being priced in. So that's getting taken care of as well. Hang Seng, the tech, was up 5%. So as we know, Nasdaq is critical to this market. So you're going to see names today like Baba, because Hang Seng was up so much overnight. 5% is a huge day. Again, oil pullbacks helping the market. And IWM has not gotten this breakout. Maybe they have in the last 5 minutes since I looked at it, but they had not gotten the breakout. So prior resistances could come into play. So I always mark them on my chart. So on a pullback, this could be a dip buy. And if you're a part of the TCG community, I strongly recommend watching Devin's video yesterday on SHIB and how he had planned his blow off top buy at the 15-minute oversold, which align with the 4-hour 12 EMA, which is what he uses. I use the 8 EMA, but just fascinating stuff. I love learning from everyone, and we have just some awesome people. So let's look at what that would be. If we go to text, let's see, 4-hour 8 EMA. So I'm just using horizontal line, and I'm putting in the text, and you'll see when I scroll, this moves over to where I can see it. So this is where the 4-hour 8 EMA, I just kind of generally plotted it there, and that could line up with 15-minute RSI oversold. So 4360 area, that could be an area to potentially buy. So I'm just going to keep that on my chart for the rest of the day. I'm going to hit save. So I want to have that for the rest of the day. That could be an area to do a pullback buy. I might as well tell you the rest of the story. Oh no, not that. Okay, I'm not going to show you the rest of the story, but basically RSI level, there it is right there. This RSI level shows you when things are overbought or oversold. It plots RSI on that time frame. So 15-minute oversold, if you'll see, is at 436175. Does that make sense right here? Right here. You see that? That is at 436175. That's where the 15-minute would be oversold for ES 15-minute, which matches up with the 4-hour 8 EMA. And if I went too fast for you, don't worry. It's kind of fast for me at this time of morning. So may want to go back and review that. But it's a pretty interesting indicator and way to trade. And Devin has made a very successful career out of trading these EMAs on pullbacks and lining them up with RSI oversold. When things are in an uptrend, it's a pretty cool way to trade. So Nasdaq is the story of the morning. We're up 1%. So Nasdaq is definitely the strongest, then ES, and then the Dow, and then RTY. RTY has not gotten over that 2244. RTY is the same as IWM. It's the IWM futures, the Russell. So we have not gotten over this 2244.11. We were watching this yesterday because we had this higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. So we broke to a lower low. And now what are the bulls going to do? This is crucial for the market, in my opinion. This has been tightening since February. We've been in a tightening range. If you've been selling iron condors on RTY, congratulations, you have been killing it. So that is the story for me today. I will have very close eyes on RTY today. Nasdaq, let me go back to that and give you the levels. Again, prior resistances could serve as support. So we've gotten through this resistance. Now there's nothing until 15192. There's no resistances where we are up here, but we are extended. We are not overbought on the 4 hour. We are overbought on the hourly. So let me do that little exercise that I was telling you about that Devin does. Let me do that exercise here. So where is the 4 hour EMA? 14792. And the 15-minute oversold, 14817. Do y'all see that right there? 14817 is the 15-minute oversold. And when I scan out, 14791 is the 8 EMA. So around 14800 could be a buy area. How do I make this into a trade? I set an alert, 4 hour, 8 EMA, 15-minute oversold. And that, now I will get an alert. I don't have to be watching Nasdaq. I'll get an alert and I'll be like, oh, okay, is this an area where I want to buy? And then what am I going to do? I'm going to hop over to the market internal, see how things are shaping up before I just hold my nose and buy a pullback. So that's Nasdaq, ES, RTY. Here are your key levels. 2248, 2244, support 2180, 2171, YM. So I'm going to keep 34554 on my chart because on a pullback, it could be key. And then your next resistance is up at 34852. Oh, it's tick.us. Okay, that's what it is on. Thanks, Judd. My friends are the best friends. Tick.us. All right, so tick.us, this is a combination of US stocks, all US stocks, and what the sentiment is. So you could use the 8 EMA tick trick on tick.us if you would like. Thank you for that. All right, so this gave us a clue overnight. We have been watching this all week long. If you took this short yesterday with me, congratulations. This was an awesome short. 2489, 2488. That has been our double top, and we had a triple bottom down at 2060. We have broken this bearishly. That is very, very positive for the market. We've been all over this. So the other day, it wasn't as clean as I had thought, but the other day we were talking about this 4 hour diamond pattern here, and it broke bear, and then it got a decent bounce out of it. And if you top fish that lower high, that was a great trade to the downside. So as long as VIX stays down, we need VIX to stay down, the market could keep its legs going up. And then Dan was pointing out this, let's see if I can get it. He was basically pointing out, this isn't exact, but this trend line of dollar resistance, dollar has just been flying. If dollar can sit down along with VIX, then that's positive for gold. Y'all know I have a long position in gold. I bottom fished this weekly, higher low, and we're watching this tightening range, and we want some gold volatility, some metal volatility. In order for that to happen, the dollar needs to sit down. And I have my stop now at 1743. It's pulling back pretty hard here, right below the 1745. So we'll see if I get taken out. I entered back here at 1725, initially sold here, added back here. So we'll see. I'll be in profit if I get stopped out, but I am still watching gold for long trades. If I get stopped out, no big deal. Okay, we're testing the 77.11 resistance right now on oil. It's finally getting a bounce going. We're getting over this hourly EMA. We have a little tweezer bottom forming here on the hourly at 76.01. It's Thursday, so we have Nat Gas Inventory. Let me go over Nat Gas. I don't have it on my list, but let's do it anyway. So Nat Gas is getting a little bounce as well. Inventory this morning. If you want more commodities details, go over to the commodities channels, TCG members, and Jungle Funk Joey, he goes over all the things, and he has this huge Nat Gas write-up and all the charts and fibs, all the charts your heart desires. So next resistance on Nat Gas is 55562, and then we go into an area with very little resistance. This prior support could serve as resistance, 566 area, and then 5792. Now let's go back to crypto. Don't want y'all losing your mind. So if you didn't watch Dan's Bitcoin ETF video yesterday, I strongly recommend watching that video where he goes over some of this bullishness. And Bitcoin is the anticipation of the ETF, even though it's not approved yet. So we're pricing in that ETF. So if the ETF were to get approved, and those key dates are in the crypto channel if you want those, if we were to get approved, this news is getting slowly priced in, this big bull move. So if it were to get approved, we could have this big pop and drop, sell the news. So just be aware of that. So right now we're looking for a 4-hour high or low on Bitcoin, but the daily RSI is up we hit 70 yesterday. And typically when we get up here in 70, you see these areas, 74, 72, 70, we pull back. So we're pulling back now, all healthy, but your 8 EMA is not until the 50,000 level. Let's see. I haven't done this. You could pull back to the 50,000 area, this 8 EMA, and it still could be a bull flag on the daily. So right now, the Bitcoin consolidation is healthy. Let's see. Your next support is not until 51906. Oh, wrong one. 51906. Prior resistance could be support, then 51837, then 50416. Resistance is up, 55240. Ethereum. I haven't looked at Ethereum this morning. Here are your key levels, 3614, 3632. Nice move, but you see how it's not as bullish as Bitcoin? Let me flip back and forth on this daily chart. See, Bitcoin's making new highs over that September 7th high, and Ethereum, the September 7th high is back here at 4,000. We're nowhere close to it. So this was an awesome top fish area if you got it. I did not. And here are your levels. We're in an hourly uptrend. Right now it's healthy, but again, not as strong as Bitcoin. All right, Affirm. I missed this news yesterday. I scrubbed the news channel like a crazy person. And then once I get in here, I don't edit or scrub the news channel anymore in TCG. I review it, but I don't scrub it. Well, it came in right after the show yesterday, Affirm, and got into a partnership with Target. So now you can make your Christmas purchases and use the Affirm payment plan. And it just got these bulls uber excited. Amazing move yesterday, 20%. So today they could just catch their breath all day long. So how do you trade this? You use your edges. You know what to do. We got 5-minute oversold in pre-market, but I want to see that 5-minute oversold in regular trading hours. And even better, 15-minute oversold would be great for an Affirm back burner trade. So just keep this one on watch for volatility. And if I'm going to trade this, I am primarily going to trade this to the bullish side. I don't have any interest in this name bearishly when we had this great news and 20% move. BA. BA 4-hour EQ was in play. We're testing it now. 22797 is that key resistance support, 21920. This is really getting busting a move in pre-market. I would wait for a high of low bar setup. And if you don't know what a high of low bar setup, I know my people will indulge me, my regulars, because they've seen me draw this a million times. So high of low bar setup means I just wait for the candles to pull back, get a few in a row at least, and then I wait for the high of low bar to break, and then I put my stop below the low of that candle. So I would love for this to happen on BA for a long entry. Baba. Hang Seng was up 5%, and this thing is flying this morning. Lots of volume too. Let's see. Volume, we have 1 million shares So that's 144 million. Yeah, $144 million approximately that has traded this morning. This has a lot of volume behind it, so you could get some great volatility. What am I telling you to do? I'm telling you, use your edge for this name because you're going to get some volatility. So what I'm looking for every morning are names that could have an outsized move. We know for options or day trading, we need an unexpected move, an outsized move, and we need volume to do that to the upside or to the downside. So I'm constantly looking for names with very, very heavy volume and possibly news around it with a decent technical setup so we can get some outsized moves. Affirm, if you caught that trade yesterday, that would have made your month. So that's what we're looking for, is just outsized moves. So here's your support, resistances. I got a few more. Yeah, over here, 153.73. I think, did I do more? No. I should. Let's see. 154 is the next level up. So this is a pretty big move. You may want to wait for a back burner, a high-low bar setup on BABA. BBBY. Okay, this one made no sense to me. Let me show you what I mean. So BBY, Bank of America. So again, this is a reputable company giving an upgrade to BBBY to $157 from $145. This stands out to me because this stock is only $14. So it got upgraded to $157 by Bank of America. So they got killed last week on earnings. We played this short. It was just an amazing trade. We were all over it as a team. So today I am looking for dead cat bounce. So you see up here, here are the names I'm watching. And most of the time I have my chart set up before I come in here over to the right of what I'm watching for the day. I always watch the indices, sometimes one commodity if I'm interested in trading it for the day. And then here are the names I'm watching today. BBBY has my focus. Now, if there's some big news that comes out on a different name before we open and it may be a good stock in play, then I'll be open to revising my list. But I try to keep it to 5 names or less. But this is a huge upgrade. I'm not looking for this to go change a daily trend or anything like that. I'm just looking for a scalpable bounce. Is that a word, scalpable? If it isn't, let's just make it one, all right? So I love BBBY to the long side on this upgrade, but it doesn't mean the market opens and I say, whoop, I'm in. Here we go, I'm in. No, I have to wait for a setup. High of low bar, back burner, high or low bottom fish. I have to wait for my system or my edge to work. Be big. Be big has some volume this morning. Lots of Twitter mentions. We're running into the underside of a downtrending 4-hour 50 MA. Be aware of that. 612 is key. The body of this candle is getting hung up on that. This one could provide you some major day trading volatility. And I may swap. I don't know why I have Amazon up here. I'm going to swap out Amazon for Be Big. Or Be Big for Amazon. So this has a little bit of a 5-minute bull flag. I want to pull back. I'm not going to buy it up here when the 5-minute RSI is up at 76. Ain't going to happen. CGC. Daily inside bar. And Tilray had earnings this morning. So I'm watching for a potential positive or bullish correlation for CGC if Tilray bounces. Tilray, they had an earnings miss and then they went bullish. So it's kind of all over the board. So I'm not going to pretend like I can interpret all of that earnings news because ain't nobody got time for that. So daily inside bar is what I'm watching now. We have some more levels from pre-market. This could give you some nice volatility today. Back burner trades. If it pushes higher, you could get a back burner trade, high of low bar. 5-minute high or low bottom fish of 13.15 could work, or 13.13. That could be a great area to bottom fish. I like when I write it on a chart. I don't know if y'all have a memory where once you see it, it's framed in your head. When I see it or write something down, I remember it. 13.13. I like that for CGC area buy, and it just keeps getting slaughtered by bears, so it doesn't mean it will work. Just use stops, be protective. CMG, upgrade. Okay, so this is what bull flag dreams are made of. This is a beautiful monthly bull flag, just gorgeous. But this thing has been on the struggle bus to get up and out of this daily trend. So let's see if this upgrade is the catalyst. Now I want to trade this one, but I can't. I have to limit. I will probably trade this one over B Big because I like the options on this one. The liquidity is not that great, but if you use limit orders, it can be pretty lucrative. So CMG is this is definitely a Queen of the Mountain bullish setup. I am looking to nail this bottom for a day trade, and I'd also like to add it to my swing account for this monthly bull flag. Here's your support and resistances. You know what to do. Use your system. IBZ. Denzi will be live in 9 minutes in the TCG room. IBZ, they have some blockchain ETF news, daily inside bar, daily EQ. And EQ just means equilibrium, where price is balancing out, where the bulls and bears are trying to find their footing and see who's in control. They're just duking it out. So we have this daily EQ, daily inside bar, and they had some positive news. So I've never traded this name, so I would just observe it initially to see how it moves if I were going to trade it. NEO, upgrade, big move, huge move. Upgrade to $56. And I wrote from whom? It's from Goldman Sachs because I want us to take note of who's doing these upgrades. It means more to the market when it is one of these bigger banks. It means more. One second. Let me give you higher levels on this. Okay. Okay, now you have enough levels. We are right at that 35.72, and your next resistance up is 37.20. Wait for a setup. Wait for a setup. Wait for a setup. Piton. Piton. This is interesting. This monthly higher low could be set. Higher high, higher low, lower high, higher low. This one could be set. Daily bullish engulfing candle. Beautiful daily candle yesterday. The monthly higher low is likely to be set unless they throw somebody off a treadmill again. But I would be looking for a bounce. Look at this stair-step pattern. Watch the stair-step video if you haven't watched it from Dan. But this one could get some real good bullish giddy up and go. RMD, I'm definitely not taking this one off my list. Okay, so XLV has been beat up. So XLV has been running all year because of COVID. With COVID, what do you need to take care of all these people? Healthcare. What do you need to take care of these people? Things involving respiratory needs. But look at this setup. I almost cried this morning. It was so pretty looking at this. Yeah, I need to get a life. You see that huge move up? The last weekly higher low is down at 187. 187. And look at this daily chart. It's oversold 27 RSI with hammer time, MC hammer right there. We got a lower wick of bulls buying the dip, and now we need to confirm today so we can get a bounce. Now, this bounce could just be a bear flag, okay? I'm not looking for a grand slam over $300. We could bounce up to $271 and it still be a bear flag. This chart is a beautiful setup. And for those of you who like Queen of the Mountain when I say it, okay, that's a Queen of the Mountain. Okay, so Roku. If you're a Swing Report member, I covered this weekend ad nauseum in my longest video I've ever done for the Swing Report. I covered Roku. So we opened here, let's see. January 3/39. Right there. That's where we opened. So I want you to see where we are now in relation to the open. Look at the open right here, 33998 in that area. That's where we opened the year. So we've been trading for 9 months, and Roku is below our yearly open when everything else has run. Google gone crazy, Microsoft gone crazy, Apple gone crazy, Amazon has not gone crazy. Tesla has not gone crazy compared to the year open. Roku, Amazon, and Tesla. I've been really calling out Roku and Tesla in the room with multiple posts because we were below the year open. And these are disruptors in their sector. And if we want to become really good swing traders, we have to have a touch of fundamental analysis as part of what we do. Roku is a disruptor. We're below the yearly open. That gives me hope in the overall market rally and it being sustained when we have names like this that are still below their yearly open. So this was a swing report name this weekend. So Friday's close was 314.46. We opened Monday, we dumped, and then we got a ton of swing report members that got in here, and they asked me about it yesterday, and I'm like, this thing looks good. And the bounce is underway, and we could get more follow through today. So I like Roku for a swing, and I like it for back burner trade today. Back burner. SMH, I covered this in the room as well. Weekly higher low, we broke it by 53 cents if I remember correctly. The weekly higher low is likely set, and we're looking for some bounce follow through. I have a little bit of SOXL. I got back here. I posted it in the room. Look at y'all, weekly higher low. So I'm looking for bounce follow through on SMH and see if I can nail this weekly higher low in my swing account. Square got an upgrade. Here are your resistances. We are getting hung up right here on the 8 EMA, but this could, if Nasdaq can keep its bounce going, it could get some follow through. And here's another level on Square. Tilray, I'm gonna have to go faster. I'm not gonna be able to get to any requests today. I'm so sorry. But if you're a TCG member, we got you covered 3 times a day. Any of your requests will get answered. So earnings this AM, volatility for day trading. Nice volatility on Tilray. Tesla, this weekly chart still looks good. And Tesla may benefit from that big NEO upgrade that they got from Goldman Sachs. Tesla may be a beneficiary for a correlation trade. Those are your levels. XBI. To me, this is in the same boat as SMH. And I see these two act a lot together. They have nothing to do with each other, but I see them kind of behave the same. So we're looking for a weekly higher low compared to 118.49. And I'm looking for this to be a laggard bounce to the market because it didn't get a bounce going yesterday. Healthcare, biotech, because it was all things technology yesterday. So I'm looking for potential bounce here. For SPY, your resistance at high of this move. Then really, excuse me. We have a gap up here to be aware of at 44190. 44190 would be a gap fill. Just watch that for a magnet. QQQ. Let me give y'all more levels because we broke through that. Don't feel like you have to be in every single trade. Don't do that. Do not do that. Wait for a clear setup with high conviction. Use your discipline and use your discipline and conviction muscle to hold on to winning trades longer. You are so welcome. You're up 10% on Roku. Awesome. Okay, mRNA, and then I'm done. mRNA is beat up. They're asking for approval. No, that's Pfizer. They got some type of negative Swedish news this morning. As always, verify that. 4-hour RSI 23. These biotechs, when they have news, RSI don't mean diddly squat. Daily RSI is at 30. You got a gap down here at 26122, and it just seems like the bears aren't going to stop till they grab it. So it could provide an awesome bounce today. But just be careful with these vaccine names. They ran up really hard, and they just keep getting whacked. All right, that's it for me. Use stop losses.